Okay, how many people have run across people who are like narcissistic, histrionic blends of behavior? You know, and that they're very, they're exploitative, and they, they're very loud. That's what I call it. They're just loud. Their appearance, their cackle, instead of laughter, it's cackle. Their, the way they speak, their voice is very loud. All of it's very loud. Okay, they want to be the center of attention. They want everybody to look at them. They don't care how they get that they're going to want that. And they're going to ensure that they get that. Negative, positive attention doesn't matter. They're on stage. And anybody who does negative is, to them, it's just, they're just haters. Or they just, and now let me get to this, about laughter. Okay, say you're, this has happened to me. Walking toward a mall, and that person is just talking so loud, laughing very loud, and nothing, it's their own joke, and it's like, please calm down. I don't want everybody staring at us like that, and people were staring. Okay, and what is this response? I've seen this more than once, so I'm just going to make a little hypothetical, and hypothetical fictional kind of story. Why is that guy standing there? I wonder. But anyway, just combine it all together, and it's like, please lower your voice. People are staring. Oh, they're just going to get louder, and what they're going to say as they get louder is, you just don't know how to have fun. You just don't know when to laugh. You just don't. You just don't. And they continue that. And they make sure everybody hears them tell you that you just don't know. You're just not right. They are right. You see, they just made you the hater. And they're going to out the hater. They made you the troll. They're going to tell everybody you're the troll. And people are still looking at them shaking their head. It's still... People are like, oh man, can you imagine being around that person for long? But that, like I've said before, this is on my mind for a reason, but as I said before, go to a restaurant with one, oh my goodness. Or be in a restaurant when you see this type. And they're becoming so much more prevalent. I'm not diagnosing anybody. Behaviors, though, that you can go to a restaurant and there's going to be somebody in there that's so loud. And I know people like to say, they're talking on their cell phone. There was a woman in the store I was just in, and she was on her cell phone. And it was hard, it's not a big store, and it was hard to get away from her because she was walking up and down the aisles on her cell phone talking loud. Okay. Really? I don't want to hear all that. And I don't want to have to sit there and dodge you because that's all you're doing is walking around on your cell phone. But I'm not the type to say things like, people in restaurants shouldn't be on their cell phone because, they just think they shouldn't. Well, you're sitting there possibly with somebody in your life and you're talking, aren't you? It doesn't have to be on the cell phone. Now, if they're real loud, there's the difference. How loud are they? Okay, now I'm going to say that I've told this story before, but I was at a restaurant one time, and it was a whole scene. I'm just sitting there trying to have and other people, trying to have our lunch. And there was these really loud two women and their children, and very loud, oh my goodness, unbelievable. And there was an elderly man on one side. He just threw his, I guess, something like threw his, his towel down and said really loud himself, says, I'm not here to hear all that crap. He's stormed out, But I'm laughing, but I'm giving him a thumbs up. Nobody was there to hear all that. Both of them on their phone, and then the children were crying. I'm not blaming the children, they're children. And it was the parents, the two mothers. And the whole scene. And I just asked the waitress if she would help me move to another table. Very calm, Oh, they got all mad, and I think it was their parents were sitting behind them, and they said, yeah, she must not have children. They don't know. I could have 12 children. They didn't know. Just trying to be like that, Making themselves look good when people are storming out of out of the restaurant, and I'm asking to move, and other people are making noises and, you know, grumblings and everything. No, it's not me. But then they followed me, these two young women. I wound up calling the police. And the police said, you should have called us at the beginning of it. And they were serious. And I'm like, and the person that answered said, nobody's going anywhere to eat to have to deal with that kind of behavior. I certainly wasn't. But they actually told me that. You need to call, you should call us. And right then, and they, like I said, it wasn't a joke. I was like, I was shocked, you know. They actually said, I said, really? I think I even said that, really? I didn't want to call. I'm just saying they're following me. That's why I'm calling. They said, no. When people are like that in some place, you need to call. You know, as a customer, you would think the people who work there, it would be their responsibility if that's what the rules are in that town. You know, they know it. Do we always know what rules are? I mean, I wouldn't think there's a rule or anything, you know, but maybe so. You know, because in a way it is, you know, somebody, in a way, disturbing the peace. You know, I don't know if that was the case, what they meant by it was disturbing the peace, or, you know, kind of a little bit, and some can see that as aggression, you know, a little bit threatening, you know, to single somebody out because they're doing something wrong in this kind of environment, in that kind of situation, you know. And I definitely had witnesses. They made sure they were on stage. And then, but the thing was when they followed me and were doing that, brum, 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 you know, that thing with they had a truck and they were following me. Yeah. Yeah, that was not good. But anyway, I think I'll wrap this one up. I did want to talk a little bit about, you know, this type that they especially about the laughter thing. You know, they think that their laughter, I mean, it is such a cackle. It is so loud and it's so obnoxious. It's not just it's not at all low, you know. Just, that's, yeah, you know, or some people, they have what some people call a belly laugh. That happens every once in a while, but when it's something that is a cackle, oh my goodness, it's like fingernails across this, you know, a chalkboard, if you remember what chalkboards are. Don't think it make the same sound across one that's a whiteboard. Seriously doubt it. I know it's not. But anyway. But they're going to turn it around on you. It's going to be you. It's always you. It's never them doing something wrong. Anybody else, they're just haters. Or it's just some, you know, the elderly man. Oh, he just has a problem. He just has a problem. You know, and then saying to me, you must not have any children. All I did was ask the waitress to move me. You know, this kind of thing. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Told this story before, but yeah, it's on my mind for reasons. It's very irritating. I'm gonna wrap it up. I just went and did a whole bunch of things, and I have some chicken. I'm gonna go home and eat. Talk to y'all in another video. Bye.